Yeah, the interesting thing is just the other day, Donald Trump goes out there, says on social media, anybody using wind power, any country doing that is dumb. And yet we're talking about competing with China. Well, what China has done is made itself the worldwide leader in wind power and wind turbine power because they're building the infrastructure to support the AI arms race that is happening. You can't have one without the other. The political problem right now for many people running for office is understanding that data centers take up a lot of power, a lot of resources. Just in the state of Tennessee, they're seeing the correlation between data centers and rising electricity rates. That is a political nightmare for them. You cannot build the AI data centers that they're going to need without having the utility infrastructure side figured out. And until that's done, this is going to be a political, not in my backyard headache for everybody running for election. Well, I actually think it's critical for both parties because the flip side to all of this in this conversation is what does it say about the Republican Party if they lose Michigan to a socialist in name, if you will, right? Like, what does that say about the Republican Party brand and that their cadence of we're going to call every Democrat extremist, we're going to call every Democrat socialist, we're going to call every Democrat dangerous. By the way, they've been doing that since Barack Obama was on the ballot, and it didn't work. That's how toxic the MAGA brand may have become. That's how toxic the Iran war has been on their numbers. That's how toxic not having a vocabulary for dealing with affordability in America has become, that voters are willing in a purple state like Michigan to consider a socialist, if you will, over a reliable Republican in Mike Rogers, who is as traditional Republican as you're going to ever find, as an ideal of a recruiting candidate that you can have. If he doesn't get the job done in November against Syed, that says a lot about the condition of the Republican Party, and they are the ones who should be really, really worried about what that means for them going forward in 2028 post-Trump. Well, I think that really since 2016, we've been an anti-establishment electorate. It's why we're seeing the ping-pong between majority and minority in every off-year election. The one thing that we've seen that's been constant through this decade of politics has been anytime Donald Trump's not on the ballot, Republican turnout goes down, Democrat turnout goes up. Anytime we're in a midterm cycle, Democrats have been overperforming, Republicans have been underperforming traditional benchmarks. One of the challenges Republicans have is they keep using their time, and that's the most precious commodity that a campaign has, is time, to relitigate things that no one else is talking about. I watched the other day a hearing with Dr. Fauci. It's 2026. There's no voter who's going to be moved in November by whatever Fauci said or didn't say. No one cares right now. I watched the president give a primetime address on broadcast television talking about the 2020 election, which has already happened and been decided, and he came back and won in 2024 decisively. That's opportunity cost. That's time they could have spent making the case that Tiffany just made very articulately, I might add, about affordability, about why we're in this condition, about the policies that are working. They're not using their time doing that.